Hello, everybody! I know, I actually read something in decent time, because it's a manga. Yes, I'm back with another inconsistent bookworm, trying to be somewhat more consistent. I'm right now pounding away at Divergent, about a quarter way through it. It's partially because of what I read, of course, the great Inuyasha Volume 3, as you can see below, and see my hand. Of course, this is the original manga, not the new release that they did, which is a lot more in line with the anime. I'll get into my thoughts on that here in a little bit. Pardon me. But yes, we are now going to talk about that, and just let you know, Divergent hopefully should be within a month. Hopefully. I'm not coming across too much that's making me want to just be like, I don't want to read this. And not only that, but it is a young adult book, so it's fairly quick to read. Nothing's too abstract or too vague that I'm having to go read up about it or anything like that. Yes, instead, let's talk about a half-demon vampire with a little schoolgirl, who I learned is now 14 or something like that. I don't know. This whole book series is kind of weird in terms of the age that they want to get Kagome at. Because I would swore that she was like 15, 16, if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember from original watching the anime way back when. But mind you, it's been a few years. Now, I say that because in here, there is a little bit of a plot that's going on, or sort of a plot device that's going on. And that Kagome is trying to get into high school, supposedly. I know Japanese culture is slightly different and all that, but it's like, that would make her 13 if we're going to believe how we see high school and all that. Ew. Especially since first volume had her naked. So, yeah, that's weird. Yeah. So what did I think of Volume 3? Because I really liked the second one. The first one I thought was there wasn't enough going on, which to be fair, that's how the anime is. Like, if you don't like the first few episodes, you're not going to probably like the rest of it. Even though the first few episodes aren't very indicative of the rest of the anime. This one, it's middling. There is some really great bits. There are some fairly funny parts. There's some decent art here and there, though the art sometimes feels, again, a little lazy here and there. It's just a few random weird things, but that's kind of anime for you, and mangas in particular. But that's a minor thing at best. Such as, there are times, if Linkara were to be doing this, he'd probably complain about the fact there's little to no backgrounds throughout a good chunk of different spots, and then there are some of the backgrounds, okay, what the hell? It's a bit of, not real laziness, but just because that's more manga style. I mean, a lot of mangas don't really focus on backgrounds because it's more character driven than anything. Well, why I say this is middling, I would say it's not as good as 2, but it's not as 1. There's pretty much 3 major stories that kind of happen throughout this. It begins with, sorry, I'm reading his name. If I'm not mistaken, his name's pronounced, I'm going to butcher it, Nobunaga. He is a pretty much wayward ninja, or not ninja, he's actually more akin to that of a samurai than anything. More of a ronin, if I want to actually keep true to Japanese culture. Sorry, Charlie's brain's a little frazzled here and there, because I'm me. But yeah, Nobunaga is trying to find this princess that he actually loves and cares about, because he believes she's in danger, and turns out he's actually right, that her husband, his body is currently being possessed by a demon frog. And he happens to have a part of the Seikon jewel shard in him. Shenanigans happen in Inuyasha, and Kagome end up having to help save the day. Now, how they defeat him is actually kind of interesting. It's pretty much playing upon the fact that if you were to boil a frog, it tries to bring up about that. It's like if you just let a frog stay in water and then you slowly boil him, he will just let himself die. He won't jump out right away. It tries to bring that up. It's an interesting little idea that it doesn't really do anything with. It's pretty much they defeat him with fire. So somehow, like, they light the guy on fire and it doesn't kill the host. It's like, I'm not sure that's how that works. Magic jump good. Sorry, I messed up or I didn't mess up. I had a phone call that came in. I had to actually take it before I could finish my review. I'm so sorry, y'all. All personal life and everything all merges together in cameras. I am a little weird right now. Yeah, talking back about Nobunaga. Like I said, the story, that's the first story. There's like 3 technical stories. I say technical because the last story, it's a very good intro that it feels like it really should have been part of a different volume. Like, one of these stories should have been fleshed out just slightly more, a little bit more added here or anything like that, to keep from this third story feeling like it just kind of ends in the middle of stuff. It's not even a cliffhanger, it just stops. I'll get into that a little bit more here in a little bit. But yeah, the Nobunaga story, it's fine enough, but it's a bland way to start up everything. Mostly just because it feels very much like Kagome and Inuyasha are just kind of there. They happen to be there because they're the ones who are going to Sikon Jewel Shards. And honestly, he's not a threatening demon by any stretch of the imagination. To normal humans, maybe he's slightly threatening, but it's nothing that like a normal, like Inuyasha, like it's really a threat of any kind. That's just the thing. And this demon never felt like a threat. It just felt like it's a side quest at best. Now, the second story, it's about... I know I have actually seen this original episode of the anime. Sorry, I blanked out there for like, what is it called? Yeah, I've actually seen this episode, and it's one of my favorite. I think it's a 2-part episode. It's actually really, really damn good because it does build upon the mythos of the universe a little bit more. And also Sikon Jewel Shards. And also, it creates a bit of a time paradox in a way. It turns out that there's this no mask that this lady happens to come across. It's called like the Mask of the Flesh or something like that. And she's trying to take it to the shrine that Kagome's grandfather runs, I guess, to, I guess, get purified. And it ends up controlling her and eating all these people. And it ends up making this like hideous like little blob monster thing. Very much you would see out of Akira or anything like that. And it's much more horror-based. And not only that, but it shows Inuyasha being heroic. It shows him being stoic as well. And Kagome being a little bit of an asshole to him just because she's kind of that way in Inuyasha's own thick-headedness. But it all feels very true to these characters. It feels not something unlike you would think of a bickering little friendship or even a couple even. Nothing dangerous that you would think that you need to call cops, but nothing that you're like, oh, they're at it again. And really, that's all it is. But I do really like this story just because it is very more horror-based. And on top of everything, and you get to see, oh, the Sikon Jewel Shards are pretty much infinite. They last as long as anything. Though it makes you wonder why this thing has not popped up till this one lady decided to do something to it, and why it decided to only do something when she decided to do something to it. But I mean, that's at best minor, but it is still a really good story. I enjoyed the hell out of it the whole time. And then we get to the final story. Just to let y'all know, it's called the final scroll, as they call it, chapters, which is Foxfire. Guess what? It's about Shippo. Or Chippo. I can't remember how you say his name. What's his... Shippo. Yeah, it's an S. Haha. I'm not as stupid as I think I am. Yeah, it introduces Shippo. I like Shippo, even though he's a little bit bratty, a little annoying in the anime. But this doesn't really need to be here. I mean, literally, it's the last chapter, and it's the shortest chapter, I think. I think it's about... Hell, it ends a little past page 200, and then, boom, 175 is when it starts. It's like only a 20-page chapter. Considering the others are quite a bit longer than that, it feels tacked on. It feels like, oh, we can't, fluff out the nose story anymore. We can't do this anymore in the Nobunaga story because nobody really cares too much about it. But here, we're going to throw this on here, even though this could easily be in the next volume. It's a bit of a misstep. It feels like it's wasted potential in that, because it just ends on a cliffhanger where Shippo's trying to confront one of the demons who killed his father, and Kagome shows up at the end trying to save Shippo because the demon's about to kill Shippo. It's not really a cliffhanger, it's just kind of, it's there. And I do know that this does become a bit of a running theme on how they introduce characters. First, they're antagonistic towards Inuyasha and Kagome in certain ways. Sometimes they try to get the Shikon jewel shards from them for reasons. Sometimes. I can't remember if... oh god, I won't blank on his name. Roku? Roku's a bad guy, or... I can't remember the monk. The monk with the hole in his hand. I can't remember if he actually wants to steal the jewel shards. I do know he wants to bank Kagome. Everybody wants to bank Kagome. Yeah, that's pretty much Volume 3. There's one really good story, one very bland and forgettable story, and then the beginning of a really good story that it feels like it's a complete utter cock tease. So, like I said, if you are into Inuyasha, you can pick... In fact, you can actually probably pick this up and you won't be confused. Like, you'll probably be able to go, oh, I can actually follow along with this pretty fine. Of course, don't. And it's one of those that it... Again, this shows that it's an older manga because it's read from this way. It's read like a normal book to us Westerners. Because we're weird. But yeah, I don't think this would be a good place for anybody to try and develop their love. And again, it's one of those, like, I'm going to keep reading these more because I was interested in anime and I want to kind of catch up. Less because I'm absolutely enthralled with this. I think it's a good, but meh, manga series right now. It's fine. If I give this series so far a score, if you want that, it's a 6 right now. It's good, but it's got quite a bit of flaws. It's bad for a 3. 1 wasn't good, really. 1 was really good, and the other one was mixed. It's a weird thing to try and talk about, or try and decipher everything. So, yeah, that's Inuyasha Volume 3. I'm going to still pick up 4. I might end up leaving it behind just because I'm not enjoying it as much as I really, really want to. If 4 is good and then 5 is good, then maybe I'll keep reading it. I am still waiting to get a hold of Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't been able to find the beginning. I find like the end of it. I don't find the beginning anywhere. And I'm like, I want the beginning. I want to start. And also, if I get Sayuki Volume 3, I will start that up again. I'll just let y'all know the true thing is I can't find anything but Sayuki Reloaded, and it sucks. So I'm like, I want Sayuki. Like, the other day, there was this... some of y'all may know Half Price Books. They do these, like, little big old sales that they'll have in, like, convention centers. They had one near us, went to it. They had, like, Sayuki Volume 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to get these. I couldn't find 3. And I'm like, I really need 3 because I can't jump into 4. So, Oh well. So yeah, I'll try and get back into these a little bit more. That way y'all can get more, because right now I'm about to run out. I know Sayu Bliss I want to get back into as well. And even though I'm kind of like, where's this going? Pardon me. So, yeah, Inuyasha Volume 3. It's okay. It's man with some really good bits and some really boring bits, and then, hey, here, just, we couldn't figure out a way to stretch out 20 more pages. So, I'll see y'all hopefully, if anything, a couple weeks from now with another manga review. If not, maybe Divergent will already be done by then. So, I'll see you around there. Bye, so, bye-bye.